So, hey guys, this is going to be an interesting video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to journal, and, well, not necessarily how to journal, but how to script. And I know this video is titled The Proper Way to Script, but there's not really like a proper way to script. I'm giving you guys hand action. It's not really a proper way to script. I'm going to be sort of talking to you guys about it and showing you what you can do. You need a pen of some sort. This is like, for me personally, I just love felt pens. I love fine pointed pens. I like how they look. I like how they feel. You guys can see like how the tip of it is. It's very thin. I love how it looks when I write. It looks very pretty and it's just very neat, and it raises, and I know you guys are like, why does this matter? But this is this type of stuff that you don't really pay attention to that raises your vibration. I love writing with a good pen. I actually read that someone recommended to use blue ink because you'll remember what you wrote better. It'll stick in your mind better and your subconscious, all this stuff. I don't really care that much. It's not that serious for me. So I just use whatever pen I like. I don't use pencils because you can erase pencils. And when I'm manifesting, I know my manifestations are permanent. They're not going to go anywhere. Once I attract it, it's mine, period. And with that mindset, I just like to use pens. So these are some notebooks that I have. Okay. Like really cutesy ones with good quotes on them. Like, believe you can, okay? Believe you can. Focus on the good. Stuff like this is what you want to get to write in, and it's very, I haven't used this one yet because this one is for my November scripting and all of that, journaling, gratituding, whatever. It's all for November, and it's 96 sheets, so this is more than enough. I like to get a new book for each month, just so I have like a fresh start, and you can collect these. This was only $1. All of these are only $1, guys. There's no excuse for not having a journal or a notebook to script in. You guys are like, okay, well, how do I do it? How do I write a letter? Now that I've gotten this whole supplies list out of the way, you need 2 things. That's it. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to show you guys how to actually write something. I want to show you guys how to script. So one thing I personally love to do, I like to put the date, because, you know, when you come back to look at your manifestations, you know, it's really sort of invigorating to come back and see, oh, I wrote this, you know, I did sort of manifest this. It did happen. And it also shows you how time doesn't matter. It shows you how much time goes by before your manifestations sort of happen. I just think it's a really beautiful thing to put the date, to be able to go back and look at things. So what is today? It's the 30th, right? So you can write it however you want. I like the dots. You can do slashes if you want to. Make sure you guys can see everything I'm doing. So a lot of people, you know, you can write Dear Universe, Dear God, if you believe in God, for mine personally. And you have to, I always think of scripting, the bottom line to like the secret in the law of attraction is ask, believe, receive. So for me, I always tend to look at scripting or journaling, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm doing to manifest something, I look at it as a prayer. So instead of actually like verbally speaking it, for me, writing it down is my prayer. It's how I'm praying. And again, I like to be able to look back on it and be like, oh, I did ask for this and it did happen. So I'm gonna write Dear, and like I said, I'm not gonna, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to write, you can. That's fine. I'm writing Dear God. You can write Dear Universe. Dear God. I'm doing God in mine. And then I always like to start my scripting with some gratitude. It puts you in a good mood. It makes you feel better. It just, you know, really heightens your vibrations, as opposed to going right into saying, I want this, I want that, I want this. Not saying that you can't do that, but personally for me, I like to already have my vibrations high. I like to already be feeling good when I start off with my scripting. So, Dear God, thank you. And then you can say, thank you for a beautiful day. The sun felt so refreshing on my skin. And as you guys can see, I'm not really I'm not really like writing super neat or anything like that. Like, can I zoom in on recording? This is just, nothing about this is like super neat or put together, like at all. It's just me writing whatever, writing what I feel. And that's what this is about. When you're attracting something or whatever, you're focused on the feeling. You're not necessarily focused on the things that you're trying to have. You're focused on the feeling of having it, right? So the sun felt so refreshing on my skin. I am grateful that I get to enjoy such beautiful weather. Like I said, you don't have to do the hand, scribbly, scripting, cursive handwriting, all of that. Write what you feel, period. That's really the bottom line. So I wrote all of that, thank you. Then what I personally like to do is go into what I want. Now, for me, scripting and gratitude tie together because when I do this portion of it, I don't say thank you. Now, this is what I want. Scribble, scribble, scribble. I tend to go thank you. And then let's say you're trying to manifest a new car. So I would write, I'm so excited. I finally got to drive my new car today. Okay? And then get a little descriptive. It was the exact color, model, and design that I want. Okay? And you can go into more detail and you can say, it feels so good driving in my car. I felt so happy feeling the wind in my hair while the music was blasting. I can get to anywhere I need to go. Right? And you can say, people constantly tell me how good I look in my car. Or how good And now for this, I mean, you can say as much as you want. Like, I love my car. My car looks great. I'm so glad I finally have my car. You want to write about having it. And this is why I say that the date part is really interesting because you can put a date in the future if you want, but don't put don't put a date on your manifestation. Because if it doesn't manifest, you're going to be like, oh man, this doesn't work. And that's not the case. So things all happen in divine timing. So when you're scripting and when you're trying to manifest, put your current date, yeah, but when you're writing, write as if you have it now. Write it now. You want to feel that vibration. You want to have those feelings that I mentioned earlier now, okay? So I look, driving my car, etc. Then towards the end, I like to say, thank you so much. This is a dream come true. I feel so abundantly happy. thank you, Lord. Or if you want, you can say, thank you, universe, of course. Thank you for my blank. Thank you for my car. And now it's finished with a final thank you. It's expressing gratitude, write what you feel. And then I always like to do a signature for myself. You don't have to do a signature. I like to do one every time just to sort of seal the deal. This is my way of saying it's finished, it's done, this is it. Bam! And I don't really drop the pen like that every time. And I'm like, bam! Like in my head, that's how I feel. And that's how you script. But this is normally how I like format my letters. Gratitude journaling is something else that I do, but I don't do it like this. It's something that's completely different. It's completely separate. Now, don't write what I wrote verbatim. Just write what you feel. Like, how would you feel having your car? Like, you act like you're on the phone or you're writing a letter to a friend you haven't seen in a really long time. You're like, girl, guess what? I got my car at. Like, that sort of thing. That was something that you would write. Okay? Law of attraction is all about feeling it. You don't just think, oh, I think about your car. You don't just say, I have my car, period. No. Feel it. Feel the car. Feel the ownership of the car. Feel the possession of the car. That is what this is about, okay? So hopefully this was helpful. I just felt like it would be a lot more helpful if I did like a video showing you guys how to, one way to script. This has worked for me for relationships, for jobs, for money. It's worked very well for me for just about everything, but this is what has worked for me. This is not necessarily what's going to work for everyone else or work for you, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. For once, you didn't have like a video with my face in it, so this was pretty fun to record. Yeah, you guys don't even know if I'm naked or not. Not saying that I am, but it's just funny. It was funny until I said it out loud. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I've got other LOA related videos down here. Make sure you check them out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Well, bye.